Vanessa Crossan shared a special bond with her mother, Sue Cox.
It was a very close mother-daughter relationship, and I felt very accepted by her, no matter, you know, what I had done wrong or how I disappointed her. She was always very warm and accepting of me.
Vanessa was moved even more by her mom's faith and gave her life to Christ when she was 10.
It was her relationship with, with God that spoke more to me, that caused me to want that. I wanted that close relationship like she had.
Vanessa never imagined life without her mom until she was in high school. She remembers when she first heard the diagnosis.
Melanoma. She had melanoma, skin cancer. It was everywhere. She had tumors all over her colon, her lungs, it was kidney, it was internally. She had tumors everywhere.
Vanessa, her father, and her brother all prayed and believed that God would heal her. However, within a year, Vanessa's mother died.
I remember the doctor coming out and saying that they had, it was done.
The loss devastated Vanessa.
I needed my mom. She was my go-to. When I didn't have that, I felt I felt robbed. And when I lost her, I lost a friend. I lost that support system. And so I just immediately felt like I was alone. And that was when I just felt this shift in my heart. Instead of from faith, I just went to just angry. I was angry. I was hurt. Thought, none of my prayers worked. None of our faith worked. And I just felt like, why do it? It eventually turned into that he didn't love me, because if he had, why would he let this happen? And then that turned into just a disbelief that he must not exist.
Soon after her mother died, Vanessa married and began pursuing a nursing career. But she could never get over her loss. Often she needed antidepressants to get through the day.
I felt so empty inside. I just wanted anything to make the hurt go away just a little bit. I just wanted just a little relief, to not wake up and feel that, or go to bed and feel the same thing, if not heavier.
Several years later, Vanessa found out she was expecting.
I felt like that missing piece to my puzzle would be back again, that it would feel an emptiness that I'd been feeling. It would bring a satisfaction to my heart that I had not felt since my mother was alive. I began to have spotting, and what was supposed to be a joyous occasion just quickly turned into fear of losing again. I didn't want to go through that again. All those emotions of losing my mother and loss just kind of crept up in the shadows. And that's when I realized if I were to lose this child, that I couldn't do it alone. I broke down and I prayed for the first time in over 6 years. And that's when I realized that I needed God. I wasn't going to run anymore. I wanted to pray more. I wanted to talk to him more. I felt heard for the first time in a while. And it was just a full awareness that he was there and he never left.
As Vanessa drew closer to God, she felt the depression and loneliness begin to lift.
It was gradual, but it was enough to where I knew that he was changing me, that he was healing my heart. Deep down emotionally, things that people couldn't see.
Vanessa went on to have a healthy pregnancy and gave birth to her first child. Today, she and her husband Trent have 3. Vanessa still works as a registered nurse and tells the story of her return to faith in her book, Among the Myrtle Trees.
I actually have a joy. I want to live, and it's filled, that emptiness that I once had is now filled with that reassurance that I have a purpose, and that God, God is with me. He hasn't left me. God in my life means constant, never changing, unrelenting. He doesn't give up on us, even when you give up on him.